This year marks a monumental milestone. Over 50 years of women's athletics at Lewis University. This legacy wasn't just shaped by time, it was built by the trailblazers, the champions, and the teammates who redefined what it means to be a Flyer. Their dedication, passion, and achievements have paved the way for future generations of women to push boundaries and dream without limits. Before we present a quick tribute video, at this time we would like to invite Lewis head softball coach Becky Pearl to have a few words.
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us to celebrate the accomplishments of our inductees tonight. In addition, we will be celebrating 50 years of women's sports at Lewis University. What started with 3 teams and a handful of athletes has grown into 12 teams with over 200 student athletes. I am honored to be part of the legacy built on by the hundreds of women who came before. Now let's hear from some of them about their impact at Lewis.
As we celebrate 50 years of female athletics at Lewis, I wanted to share with you some stories of a few individuals who started and shaped women's athletics.
Probably my greatest accomplishment was starting the program because when I did my graduate thesis and the next day I got in my car and I drove to Lewis to start my job and there was nothing here. Gordy Gillespie, Paul Ruddy, and Steve Jansen and I, there was no locker room. We built the locker room for women. So that would probably be the biggest accomplishment, was just getting the program started.
Well, it's really important to me when people graduate that they still love the sport, that they felt so passionate about when they were little that they decided that's what they wanted to do in college. So I love when I go recruiting and I see alumni coaching volleyball, or I have somebody that's graduating and they're like, how can I keep playing? Even if it's like a pickup league. I just never want them to be done with the sport of volleyball. And then this past weekend I ran into 5 alumni who are all coaching, and I think that just means a lot. It means a lot to me.
Sent over by Bella Ray, off the middle's head, and falls on her side.
I think that being a female athlete has influenced my life because playing an organized sport, a team sport, has helped me with a lot of my collaboration skills, my teamwork skills, and just overcoming a lot of adversity that people who don't play sports have faced.
Because I came here so late, scheduling was the biggest difficulty I encountered because every other school already had all their schedules done. So in order for us to play people, we had to go to almost every single school to play an event because no one would come here to play us. The gym is still kind of the same. In fact, my office that I had when I was here, I actually started, my office was originally in the LRC, then I got moved into the gym. It is now a bathroom.
Our senior year in basketball, we had a new coach, and I was not thrilled that he had been assigned to coach us. However, he had been a very successful soccer coach here at Lewis University. And we were over playing Northern Illinois University in a basketball game, and it was very early on in the season. We were an AIA school, and they were Division I. We lost, but it was a very close game. And then when we got on the bus, our coach, Steve Jansen, said, "Girls, you did such a great job. I'm so sorry that you lost. That was my fault." He said, "I haven't done a good enough job letting you know what a good team you are and how talented you are, how strong you are." So that's always kind of has stuck with me, and I did a lot of coaching at the grade school level. And so I used that early on to encourage those kids to try to believe in themselves.
St. Francis, believe it or not, was one of our greatest competitors, and
I think one of my favorite memories is from when the tennis team beat St. Francis for the first time. It was like winning the Army-Navy game, and we celebrated like we just won the NCAA championships, even though it was just the Crosstown Classic.
My 1981 team that took second at nationals, I pouted when we lost, and I shouldn't have. And I tell any team that goes to nationals, enjoy the process and enjoy the run of going. And the girls were excited because we took second at nationals. It was the NCAA championship. It was a big deal. But I was mad because I said, I thought we had first place. It was in our hand. There were times we could have taken the game. But we lost, and so I pouted. I should never have pouted. I regret that because in my following years of coaching, I'd do anything to take second at nationals.
Badali in the right corner puts up a three on target. Jenna Badali again.
Being a female coach here at Lewis has been amazing. I just really believe that the support is there from top down. It's been awesome to be able to be a role model for our student athletes, to not only help them grow as basketball players, but as people, most importantly.
When I started here, they had just allowed women on campus. So the fact that there were even a lot of women on campus was significant. It was the beginning of women on campus. It was the beginning of women's athletics on campus. It was even pre-Title IX.
I loved the first, I've loved all the teams that I've coached, but the first 5 years that team was crazy obnoxious and all kinds of energy, and they fought tooth and nail and they were super gritty. But the teams I have now are bigger, taller, stronger, and I don't want to say that they would beat them because grit carries you a long ways, but just volleyball and the other female sports at Lewis have grown so much in their ability of what to do, the energy that's at the game, the athleticism, and with that, the fans have grown bigger, and then social media. So I just think the overall exposure and the high level of play just keeps getting better and better every year.
Countless lives have been changed by the addition of women's athletics on the court, on the fields, and in the classroom. We as coaches are extremely grateful for the strong women who came before us. As coaches and athletes, we will strive to make a difference in our lives and the world around us forever. Go Flyers!